Now I'll continue clean up. Make sure you keep on changing this. Don't use the same wet one on the baby because then it's defeating the purpose. So have at least 8 or 9 of the blankets that you're cleaning the baby with ready as baby is born. Everything should be ready. By the way, somebody should be putting the ID band on the mother and the baby at the same time as the baby is born because it's important. Once they know because there can be a shock, they'll think it's a male and then all of a sudden there's a female. So it's best thing to make sure you know that it's for certain that's a male before you do the ID band because there's a difference in color. Blue is for male and pink is for girls. All right? So as you're doing that, keep on telling Mom, I want you to keep on supporting the head. It's very important to support this head for at least the first 3 months of the baby's life. You keep on telling Mother stuff as well. I'm now going to clean the back. And as you're cleaning the back, and there's two things you will see. There's fine hair. What is that? And then there's cheesy stuff. What is that? Lanugo is fine hair. They will have fine hair on the cheeks. It'll come off. Vernix is the cheesy stuff that people make your makeup of. It's from the vernix that you have your makeup. Baby's vernix. People say I have a baby smell. That smell is the vernix. But it needs to be removed. It cannot be in that because that makes the baby more cranky, and also it makes baby shiver. You have to remove it. So most of the time vernix will be in the arm folds, underneath the armpit and places like that. Sometimes all over the place. If they are preemie, they will have it all over. The lanugo and vernix will be present like crazy. So you go ahead and do underneath the armpit and do this. While you're doing this, watch this guys. I'm going to take the blanket off and I'm trying to remove with my finger here the vernix. Here my thumb is on the shoulder here where the bone is. And then my one hand is on here. This is my brachial pulse. So I'm going to bring like this. And if I feel, men hear the click, girls feel the click, that means this baby has shoulder dystocia. Okay? So you need to understand that. And as soon as I do this, the baby's hand will be there. My hand is long enough for the baby to hold my fingers. That's called grasp reflex. So you're doing several things here. You're doing this. You're looking for the shoulder. Don't go like this. That means you'll damage the nerve permanently. You have to go forward. Understood? So you have to go forward. So underneath the armpit, thumb, check for hear the click if you can't feel it, if you can't hear it. Brachial pulse. Why do you check brachial pulse and not radial? Remember, there is no blood flow here yet. So that's why we do children brachial pulse more than we do radial pulse. So remember, that's the reason why I do it. And then grasp reflex. So those are the things. Just cleaning it underneath the armpit, I did that for the baby. So this is something you need to remember. And please make sure that you dry in between the finger because there will be vernix and mummy's stuff, all the stuff that the baby is born in. So please dry. Always wear gloves when you're doing it because after the baby has her first bath, then you can take off your glove. Before then, you should be wearing gloves at all times. So then I'm going to go at the back. I'll say to the mom, just make sure the baby is breathing. Make sure the head is this way so we are not choking. And if any time in between that you feel the baby is gurgling, you're supposed to use this. Okay? Especially with C-section, most of the time we'll do deep suctioning because the baby has not come to the birth canal. When they come to the birth canal, all the liquid through the pelvis comes out. But since it's been a C-section, the liquid is still there. So we may have to do deep suctioning. With vaginal delivery, you need to just remove the fluid from the mouth. And you don't have to do deep suctioning unless the baby is extremely large. So over 11 pounds, then you have to do this deep suctioning. 10 or 11 pounds. Now we come to the back. You clean the back. As you're cleaning the back, please make sure you're not touching the umbilical cord. You should not be touching the umbilical cord. So you go and clean. And while you're doing this, as you're cleaning it, you need to make sure that everything is fine and you're looking for spinal bifida. There are 3 types of spinal bifida that you're going to tell me. One is called occulta. Occulta is just a dimple or a tuft of hair. That's just occulta. What do you see with occulta? What side effects will you see? What are the things you will see with occulta? You're going to tell me. The next one is spinal bifida meningiocele. That means it's protruding out, but the sac is intact, but it's still protruding out. What side effects will you see on this baby with meningiocele? Then the third one is it's called cystica meningomyelocele. Now the myelin sheet is all coming out. The sac is open. What do you do with those? If you are coming in an accident and you see this and there's a meningomyelocele or meningiocele, you don't have a sterile wet clothing, sterile wet environment to put on stuff like something over it to prevent anything going on, because infection goes there and it's going to go directly into the brain. So what do we do? Take mother's clothes, because baby will get used to mother's jeans thing. My baby is already used to mother's stuff. Put a bottle that's not open, water bottle that's not open or drunk. Only if mother has drunk it, that's fine. If nobody has drunk it, pour it and put the cloth there. That's the best thing you can do till you take them to the hospital. But it has to have a wet, sterile cloth on meningocele and meningomyelocele. A culta is just a dimple or a tuft of hair. But all of this has issues. You're going to tell me what issues will you see in all of this. Meningomyelocele is the worst one. Please let me know the effects of those three types of spina bifida. Again, occult type, meningocele, meningomyelocele. The myelin sheath is out. Please understand that. Once you check for all that, and also there will be also lanugo, lots of fine hair at the back as well. It will come off. Eventually, lanugo fine hair falls off. So that you might see. This baby is hairy, so probably there will be more hair everywhere else as well.